Somebody watching this checked their bank account this morning and felt that drop in their stomach, and then did the thing that we all do. Blamed yourself. Ran the numbers again like the problem was you. Thought about the coffee you shouldn't have bought. Like somehow $4 is why you can't breathe. But I need you to sit down for this one, okay? Because I found the equation that they're using on you. And once you see it, you're never going to carry that shame the same way again. The official poverty line in America, the number that decides who gets counted as struggling and who gets help, is about 31,000 for a family of 4. But do you know where that number was born? In 1963. One woman, an economist named Molly Orshansky, she needed a quick estimate, so she took the cheapest emergency food budget the government had published, the Eating to Survive one, and then she multiplied it by 3. Because in the 50s, food was a third of the family's budget. The cheapest groceries times 3. That's it. That's the whole equation your life is being graded by. And this country's government froze it. For 60 years, they've just been adjusting that grocery list for inflation. That equation has never heard of your rent. It thinks childcare is your mama down the street. It was written before health insurance could bankrupt you. Before a phone was a condition of employment. Molly herself warned them. She said the number was being misused and that it understated the need. She spent the rest of her career watching the rough draft become the wall between millions of families and help. The grocery math from before the moon landing is still deciding, tonight, whose kids deserve assistance. So researchers finally did what the government refused to do for 60 years. The honest math. They called it ALICE, asset limited, income constrained, employed. They went county by county all over this entire country and priced what it cost to simply survive. Rent, childcare, food, the car that gets you to work, healthcare, a phone, taxes, no savings, no emergency fund, no birthday money, no Christmas, no sitting down at a restaurant. The budget where one flat tire could end you. That's what they priced. And a family of 4, depending on your county, $70,000 to over $140,000 per year, just to survive. But the government says that you're okay at $32,000. Survival starts at 70. And every single family living in that canyon between those two numbers, working, exhausted, drowning, and officially fine, that's Alice. You want to know how many Americans are down there? The government admits to 13%, right? If you add Alice, it's 42. 42%. 2 out of every 5 households in America cannot afford to exist. Not thrive, just exist. Now here's the one that made me put my phone down. Florida ran the math on a family of 4. Both parents working full-time. And 2 of the most common jobs in the state. A personal care aide. She spends her whole day taking care of somebody's grandmother. And a stock worker. He's on his feet all night so the shelves are full when you decide to shop. 2 grown people giving everything they have. Every week. $20,000 short. Every single year before anything goes wrong. Do you understand what that means? There's no coupon for that, no side hustle, no skipped coffee, no budgeting app that closes a $20,000 hole. Full-time employment in this country is a math problem that was written with no answer. And the whole time, that family is looking at each other across the kitchen table thinking, what are we doing wrong? Nothing. You're not doing anything wrong. The equation was rigged before your parents were born. And I need you to see who Alice is. Because you saw her today. She took your blood pressure. She's got your toddler on her hip at the daycare right now. He bagged your groceries. She answered when you called the insurance company. The people holding everybody else's life together cannot afford their own. But because they earn $1 over 1963 grocery math, the system stamps them fine. Too rich for help, too broke to live. And that gap is not an accident. A low poverty line keeps the help small. Do the honest math, and this country would have to look at itself and admit that almost half its households can't afford the basics, when the official count only calls 1 in 8 of them impoverished. That old equation isn't outdated. It's holding up the entire story America tells about itself. So tonight, when the shame shows up, I want you to remember what you learned here today. You're not bad with money. You didn't fail adulthood. Your parents' generation wasn't stronger than you. They were playing on a board where the math could still balance. You're being graded by a grocery list written in 1963. And you've spent years apologizing for failing a test that was designed to be failed. You were never bad at math. The math was built to be bad at you. And it found you. It found 42% of us. So look around. 2 out of 5. You were never alone down here. You were just one of the only ones who thought it was your fault.